Okay, hi everyone. I'm Aditya Sharma. Let's double check if we are live. If you can see and hear me loud and clear. If you can just let me know in the comments box whether you can hear me. If there are any network issues, that would be very helpful. And then we'll get started. So let me double check our connections in the meantime. Okay, I think we are live now on. Perfect.
Hello everyone.
Okay. Hello, Mr. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. We're just another meeting.
Okay, so we are live. I can see about 100-ish people live here. More people are joining in. So let's get started, guys. Just a quick introduction. Hi, I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co-founder and CEO of HiCounselor and will be your host for today's Techathon. With me, I also have Dr. Amit from my team, and we have one employer with us, Shilpa, from Data Inception. Before we get started, guys, why don't we do a quick round of quick introduction? Like, where are you from? Currently, I'm based out of San Francisco Bay Area, and here I've entered my location in the chat box. Dr. Amit, where are you located?
Hi everyone. I'm Dr. Amit. I work for as a head of business operations at, and I'm currently located at near to Toronto in Canada.
Okay. What about you, Shilpa?
Hi, I'm Shilpa, CEO of Data Inception. I'm currently located in Missouri, Chesterfield.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Shilpa, for joining us. Okay, guys, why don't you share your location in the chat box, and that would be a great point to get started. Just let us know where are you right now, and so let's see where people are dialing in from. Okay, so people from London, UK, San Jose, very close, Gyro, where Mihir is from Bangalore, Sri is from College Park, Sudhir from Berlin, India, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, LA, Egypt, okay, Wellington, Seattle, Pakistan. So we have actually people from almost from many countries actually,
Many countries. Yes, yes. So
right?
many
Atlanta,
countries.
Georgia. Hmm.
A lot of people from Canada, from
Halifax, Nova Scotia. Have you heard this location?
Nova Scotia. Yes, it is in Canada.
Oh, it's in Canada. Okay, okay.
Yes, Nova
Perfect.
Scotia is in Canada. It's a province here. Brampton. I can see people from Brampton. I can see people from Ranchi. Oh, so many people. Brooklyn. Thank you
Himanshu.
so much for joining in from different locations at different time zone.
Mhm. Okay, perfect. So, guys, this is very helpful. Thank you so much for sharing your location. Why don't you quickly tell us whether this is your first time to this Techathon, or were you able to attend the previous one as well? So if we get to understand, okay, who's new, who's a repeat user, and accordingly, we'll share the relevant information with you. So if you can just let us know whether you are a first time user or a repeat user. I mean, first time user can hit thumbs up, and repeat user probably can hit like a clap sign, so that would be very helpful. Okay, so Shrikant says he's a repeat user. First one, first time. Okay, first times are hitting thumbs up, and repeat users are hitting clap sign.
Okay. A lot of first time people.
Hmm. And I can
And the
see.
good part about this event that last time also we made a leaderboard and we have referred people to employers, and that has been a highlight of this particular techathon. So I would, and this was more like an interview simulator. So anybody who is facing an issue of clearing the technical round, this could be one of the possible best platforms where you can come and you can practice and you can be a part of this competition.
Mhm.
Okay, so a lot of thumbs up. Is it okay?
Is it for non-US people as well? Arav, yes.
Yes.
This one is for anyone across the globe. Okay, so I can see a good mix of both actually. So okay, so what we'll do, Dr. Amit, is that we'll cover all the information right related to Techathon, about our employer data inception as well as about HiCounselor, so that candidates have relevant information that they need. Now, before we get started, let me tell you about uh, one initiative that we recently started, and that is working out pretty well, and we are getting a good amount of traction over there. So I hope that you might be interested in that. So let me share my screen really quick. So guys, recently what we started doing, that to get more a better perspective of how much about salaries in different job roles and how people have actually landed those particular job roles, we started talking to people on streets here in Silicon Valley, mostly around Bay Area, Sunnyvale, Mountain View, and we are asking them how much salary they're making and how did they get into this role, and people are sharing their honest opinion on that, and that is getting a lot of interest. So if let me share my screen really quick so that you get an idea on it. Okay, so these are the videos that we are taking on streets where I'm asking people, okay, what is their job role? For example, this guy works as a software developer. He's making, so he told me that with 1 or 2 years of experience, he's making about $140,000. He shared his strategies on how he landed this particular job role, and what skills are needed, right, and what's important for people in this role. So if you're interested in such videos, I would highly recommend you to follow the channel, because it will give you an honest and genuine opinion. And these are all random people, right? So sometimes I believe that salaries that are given on Glassdoor or many other online platform, they may or may not be exact, right? Or they may be inflated. You never know. You can never know about the authenticity of it. So I would highly recommend to quickly follow the channel, and we plan to add at least 2 to 3 interviews every single day. So you never know the job role that you're interested in, you'll get to hear a diverse perspective about it. Okay, so take a moment. You can simply go search this channel called Aditya.HiCounselor, which is ADITYA dot HiCounselor. And let's take a moment to follow the page so that we can share this information with you. Okay, I'll also put the banner on screen for a moment. Okay, you can simply go to this page and follow it. And we plan to add at least 2 to 3 interviews every day. And we are trying to stick to mostly tech roles, but sometimes here and there, we are also trying to cover other job roles, right? You never know, for part time, you need some other type of jobs as well. Okay. So, Dr. Amit, anything that you want to cover before we allow Shilpa to get started, or you want to give a quick overview of Techathon?
Yeah, so one of the common problems which we have been observing since we work in a job market, so we know that what are the key problems which candidate face while landing into a job is not able to qualify the first round, and that is the coding round or the technical round. So that's the reason why, since we work with employers, we get a lot of questions from the employer or through alumni that these are the certain questions that which we got in our interviews. Then we started this event called Techathon, which is more like a simulator where you can go and you can attempt your test and you can see that whether you are performing well or not. So the whole idea is to provide, it's completely free. People from any part of the globe can come and participate in this event. And the best part here is that after once we prepare the leaderboard, we also provide you certificates for this, and we also provide you referral, and that too from different employers across the globe. Last time we had people from UK, they from the Nor Bank, if you remember, and now today we have Shilpa with us. She's from Data Inception. So we are trying to every time we're trying to bring in some employer so that we can get you an referral, and maybe by looking at your work they might hire you as well. So the whole purpose is actually to help you in getting a job. Very simple.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Shilpa, why don't you give a quick introduction of yourself and about data inception and what job roles basically you are that you're hiring for, right? I think for the internship position.
Yes.
So I think that would be helpful for a lot of our attendees here. And is it available only for the US people or for people from anywhere?
Okay, sure. I'm sharing the screen, Aditya. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Are you able to see my screen? Yeah.
Hmm.
So the
Yes.
data inception is like professional technology assistance. This is a startup company. We founded we established in 2022. About us, like data inception is like a startup AI and software development company. So there we handle like a small to medium scale request as like service. We initially we are offering like five kinds of services: custom software development, digital marketing, consulting service, data science, AI. In digital marketing, for example, we can develop a software for to fulfill their business needs, like small business, like marketing strategies. We can develop and deliver the software, like any kind of. In data science, for chatbot is an example on AI and mixed of data science. So consulting services also we are providing for resume marketing and development. And technologies we are using front end, back end, and web based technologies, like for example Java, Python, or the back end technologies we initially PHP are the back end technologies we are using. And Django, Flutter, those are the frameworks for front end we are using. And GCP, AWS, and Git is the version control. And cloud platforms are AWS and uh, GCP. So job openings we have like presently based on our projects: hybrid app developers, Python Django developers, Java microservices developers, and full stack Java or Python developers. So initial benefits we are providing is like we provide offer letter and real time project experience, and will support with your background verification by providing my email as a reference. So that's what from my side. Thank you, Aditya and Amit, for opportunity. Yeah.
No problem. Thank you so much, Shilpa, for sharing about data inception. So, guys, this is a great opportunity. If you want to gain some hands-on work experience, do some real projects rather than having some academic knowledge. It's always great to work on some real-world projects. And as Shilpa mentioned, she is more than happy to provide you a recommendation for your full-time job that you would probably be searching. And in my experience, when we have helped more than 500 candidates land a job in the US. We have seen many cases in which candidates were struggling to crack interviews. Right, they graduated with say bachelor's or master's degree, and but they were failing in interviews. Right, but then we aligned them with some of the startups. They spend 1 to 2 months working there, about 4 to 6 hours every day on real projects, and then the outcome of their interviews completely changed. I have like at least 6 to 7 examples at the top of my mind where candidates literally cracked very first or second interview once they completed 1 to 2 months of internship or like this part-time job. Okay, so at the end of this project, all those candidates who rank in like first 5 or 6 position or until 10 positions will share their details with Shilpa, and then Shilpa will reach out and conduct the interview process or whatever their onboarding process is. Okay, cool. So before let's get started, as we had a good number of first time people here. So let me give you a quick overview of HiCounselor, what we do, so that you guys are aware, and we can answer some of the questions now rather than jumping into those at the later times. So let me share my screen and I'll give you a quick overview of HiCounselor. Uh, Slide deck. Dr. Amit, can you see my slide deck? Oh. Dr. Amit, can you hear me? I think there's some network issue. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm just checking my network.
I can see you, Aditya, and
Yeah.
So you can see me?
even I
Okay,
can see your slides. Yes.
okay. Yeah, I think my internet is fluctuating, so that's why we are losing it a bit. I just want to make sure that we have we have the event live on LinkedIn even now. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, it is live.
Yeah, it's live. Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, sorry for the technical hiccup. We'll get back again. So let's get started now. Let me share my screen again. Okay, so a little bit about my background before we get into what is HiCounselor. So, like a lot of you sitting here in this Techathon, I also come from engineering background. So, I completed my engineering back in 2012 and then started with my master's degree at Duke University in 2015. And after graduating from Duke, I started my career at PricewaterhouseCoopers as a Salesforce consultant. Worked at PwC in Chicago for about a year, and then I moved to Deloitte Consulting. Again, worked as a senior Salesforce consultant for about 3.5 years, and then I launched HiCounselor. So the reason of launching HiCounselor, uh, there were two primary reasons. The first one was the lack of hands-on work experience. When I was working with Deloitte, I was also a part of the recruitment team. I used to visit different universities. I used to interview their candidates for technical and behavioral interviews. And what I noticed uh, that a lot of candidates struggle to get interview opportunity because they don't have hands-on work experience. They just rely on academic knowledge, but they lack hands-on experience. And the second thing is those who are even ready to get interview calls, they are unable to crack. They don't know how to land interview opportunities. Okay, so because most of the people rely only on online application, they go to a job board, search for jobs manually, and apply to each and every one job. So myself and my co-founder, we were very sure that these problems can be solved with the right processes, experiential learning, and using machine learning. And that's when we started HiCounselor back in 2020 May. And right now we are headquartered in Silicon Valley. We're located in Sunnyvale. We have helped more than 400 candidates land a job. Actually, 480 was the last count. At 120 different employers, the average salary that candidates get is about $91,000, and the average time for people to land a job is about 11 weeks. Okay, we are currently supporting only a limited number of roles. So right now we are focusing only on software engineering. So people who are looking for a job in front end, back end, full stack, people looking for a job in data science job role like data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, or product management job role. Okay. Also, if you're looking for a job in Salesforce or sales domain, then we can help you out. But anything apart from these five roles, software, data, product, Salesforce, and sales, right now we are not into that. Okay. How does it work? Basically, you need to apply to our website, which is highcounselor.com. When you go to our website, you apply to our upcoming cohort. Based on your application, our system will decide whether we can accept you in our program or not. Once we accept you, then your journey starts at HiCounselor, where we first prepare you to crack interviews, because a lot of candidates think that uh, getting an interview call is a big deal, but I would say that cracking an interview is even tougher. Okay, and that's where we give you about 4 weeks of training to help you prepare for technical interviews, behavioral interviews. Those candidates who do not have real time work experience, right, we connect you with startups for unpaid internship like Data Inception. We provide you real world projects in our learning management system so that you can get real work experience, put it on your resume or your LinkedIn profile, so that you are, I mean, employers would still consider you as a fresher, but fresher with the implementation experience. Okay. In parallel, we'll fix your resume, LinkedIn, and we'll provide you mock interviews. Now, when you're ready to crack interviews, then we'll start helping you land interview calls as well. Okay. How do we help you get interview calls? We directly refer you to the employers who are in our network, so that they can directly interview you if your profile is a right fit. We have our proprietary tool which automatically find jobs for you and automatically apply on your behalf. So you don't have to manually search and apply to jobs. Also, our system automatically email network for you, and we provide you one-on-one support until you land a job. Okay. And by the way, guys, this 4 weeks of training, this is flexible. If you are someone who's already prepared, doesn't need a lot of preparation, we can get started getting you interview calls within 2 weeks. If not, you can take a lot more time as well. Okay. So if you may have understood by now that HiCounselor is just not about like helping you prepare for interview or for your resume or probably just to help you get interview calls. We are a 360-degree ecosystem. We have everything needed for a candidate to land a job, be it interview preparation, be it your resume, LinkedIn, be it landing interview calls. Okay. Now, coming to pricing, we when we started HiCounselor, our objective was that we make it really, really easy for candidates. So, if you are currently unemployed, and we select you in our program, right? You apply to our website, and we select you in our program. Then you do not have to pay any upfront fee. It's literally $0. Okay, we will help you prepare for interview, get work experience, help you get interview calls, and when you land a job, work for at least 1 month, then you pay 9% of your first year salary to us, that too in monthly installments, right? So for example, you get $100,000 job, so 9% of it is about $9,000. You pay this in 6 monthly installments. Okay. For those who are already working but need a better jobs, for example, you're working at a $60,000 salary and you need $130,000 job or more, right? Then there is a $1,500 enrollment fee, which is refundable. Okay, apart from this 9% of first year salary. So that's about HiCounselor at the high level, guys. Now, if you want to apply to our platform, you can simply to our program. You can simply go to our website hicounselor.com. Okay. When you land on our website, there's a button called apply to the upcoming cohort right over here. When you apply it, click on start application, fill out this application. It takes usually about 5 minutes. Based on this, we'll let you know our decision. Okay. I hope this information is helpful. Let me show you something. So, what happens every time we conduct an event, and then people come back with so many questions. I have about 7,700 questions to be answered right now. So, still, if you have questions, feel free to reach out. But we may there might be some delay in getting back to you. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Dr. Amit, that you want to cover?
Yeah, so there are two questions which I would like to take over here. One is, do we accept bootcamp candidates? Bootcamp candidates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, it's all about what skills do you own, right? The time has gone when you needed to be graduated from Stanford to get a job, right, or to get into the right place. So, suppose if you've graduated from a boot camp in data analyst track, right? As long as you have good SQL, Python, Tableau, or whatever technical skills required, right? If you have some good knowledge of that, we should be able to accept you in our program. And we have helped a lot of bootcamp graduates from Springboard or many other boot camps to help them kick off their career.
Okay, so guys, a very simple what Aditya has told you, that HiCounselor right now only accepts people who have a very valid working visa in US. So, and we are only accepting application in 5 domains only. So
Mhm.
if you are not living in US, or you don't have the valid visa, you are in India or any other country and you're applying for the program, it will not help, right? Okay, so we can start.
Let's let's jump into our Techathon details. Let me share my screen again. Okay, guys. So regarding Techathon, as Dr. Amit mentioned at the beginning, so guys, there are a lot of candidates who struggle to crack technical interviews, right? And there are and people like practice technical questions on their own, but they never get a simulated environment, right? An exact environment which is exactly similar to the real interview situation, where you get a limited amount of time limited number of attempts to crack it, right? And the questions that you're going to get, they are actual questions that companies have asked, because we work with hundreds of companies. We know what type of questions that they are looking for. Okay, so we are going to provide you a simulator in this Techathon, which will take you through a technical interview round effectively. Okay, you can go through this technical interview round, and at the end, we'll present a leaderboard. You'll be able to see your score, what you did right, what you did wrong, and at the end of it, we'll have a leaderboard. We'll provide you a certification as well. And top candidates from this leaderboard will be referring to Data Inception and to a few other companies. So, as we mentioned, will top 5 or 10 candidates will be referred. Certificate of completion, guys, this is very important. You need to follow all the guidelines that we have for this Techathon to get a certificate of completion. Okay. And one more very important thing, you may be spending some amount, some money on like Lead Code Premium, or probably platforms like there was one, there are a few more like CoderByte and all other, which requires some premium access. We will provide you our coding platform access free of cost, which is basically assessment.hicounselor.com. Dr. Amit, if you can just put this URL of this coding platform in the chat
Yes,
box.
yes,
So,
I can
guys,
do
you
it.
can practice a fixed 100 questions that are most important on our coding assessment platform. Okay, and if you are paying for any of the premium subscription at any platform, you don't need to. You can simply, because all those questions are available in this platform. Now, the contest guideline. First of all, the event is meant for job seekers, right, who are struggling out. Like if you don't have a job, or if you're looking for basically career transition, this would be a good event for you. Okay, this will be entirely online. uh, and you have to participate individually. This is not a group activity. We conduct a lot of events in which you work in a team of 3 to 4 people, but in this one, you have to work by yourself. Okay, ranking and scores are determined based on your performance. So your eventual score won't be just dependent upon whether your answer was right or not, but on how much attempts did you take, right, to reach your final score. And you have to complete this challenge in one setting only. Okay. Okay, a few anti-cheating guidelines that we have implemented is: first, you have to keep your camera turned on, and your mouse cursor should always remain in the screen. Guys, this is super important. Do not move your mouse cursor to any other screen. Do not open a new tab. Do not minimize your screen, because that will trigger system and will mention that you moved out of the assessment window, right? And we want this assessment to be absolutely fair. We want to see who are the top 10, 15, 20 candidates. That's where your mouse cursor has to be in the window. Okay, so that's where do not click any pop-ups or anything else, disable background processes and everything, right? And focus only on this uh, assessment just for an hour in one sitting. Okay. Okay, so everyone will be getting about 60 minutes of time, and you will get multiple technologies to solve this problem, right? So you can select whichever language that you're comfortable in to solve those questions. Okay. Uh, and this event will be open for 3 days. Okay. So from today onwards, this event will be open for the next 3 days, and we'll see who completes this assessment and who scores best there. After 3 days, we'll come up with the leaderboard, and we'll come up with the final result. Okay. Now, here are some of the important links. The number one link is the Techathon link. Dr. Amit, would you like to share your screen and go to this hicounselor.com/Techathon and give a quick walkthrough of this?
Yeah.
Okay, you can share your screen and give a quick walkthrough of the platform.
Okay, let me just, when you see my screen, do let me know. Yeah, can you see my screen now?
We can, it's loading, yes.
Okay. So as soon as you open this particular link, and that is called hicounselor.com/techathon. It will ask for get started. So click on get started. It will show you all the techathon right now which we are conducting. So for example, if you're targeting the role of a data analyst and you're from the data domain, you can start this test. And if you're from the software domain, you can start this test. So right now we offer both, like the test for both the types of candidates. So let's say I want to be a part of data. So I'll click on join now, and this particular platform will come up. So you just need to sign up. Very simple. You will type your first name, last name, email ID, and it will send you an email. So let me do it for you also. So let's say my ID is Amit. Hello, and let's say I'll type my email ID also by signing up. So as soon as I'll sign up for this, so it will send me an email with my credentials. So I'll just go and check that email also. So once I have registered for it, you can see that Techathon challenge is here, and you can see my credentials are here. So my email ID and my password is already here. So I can just copy this password and I can go back in the Techathon again, and I can sign up now. I can sign in now. So let's say I want to sign in for this one. So we have already signed up. I'll open this again. Okay, I'm looking for, and you have also the test link in that email ID. So here, so to click and start the contest, here is the link. So I'll click on that link, and it will ask for email ID and my password. So I'll enter my password over here. Let's say this is my email ID and this is my password, and I'll sign in. So once I'll sign in, you can see automatically that this is the test which is already allocated seeing in my account. Once I'll click on this account, this, and you will start attempting this test. Very simple.
Mhm.
So this is the whole process in which you can start your test.
And
And
guys, I've
always,
also Mhm. Go ahead.
yeah,
No, I've also added Techathon link in the chat box for everyone. So you can go and sign up there. I'll also put it on screen for everyone. So let's see. Okay. So the process is very simple, guys. Simply go to this link and you can register, sign up now. One final thing before we take your questions is if you have any questions related to Techathon, right? Okay, 1 second. Can you see my screen? Okay. If you have any questions during this entire Techathon, for example, something is not working for you or you're confused about simple thing, we are going to use a LinkedIn post. This particular LinkedIn post for any questions you may have. And this is the LinkedIn post. Yes, this is the LinkedIn post. Let me share this in the chat box with everyone. We call it anchor post. So any question that you have, just simply comment over here. Okay. Even when you complete it, just mention that, hey, I have completed my Techathon questions and I'm done with it, right? Or you can, if you have any questions, hey, the link is not working for me. I'm unable to understand this particular question or anything XYZ, you can simply add it over here. Any update related to the project, we are going to provide in this anchor post only. So let me add a link in the chat box for everyone for this anchor post. This is anchor post link. Please save or like it. I would recommend you to save or like it really quick so that any update that we post related to this project, you get to know about it immediately. Okay. So this is the anchor post link, guys, and the Techathon platform link. I don't think you need anything else apart from these two things. 3 days you have to complete it, and any questions will go to uh, anchor post link. Okay. Now we are happy to answer any questions that you may have. So feel free to add questions in the chat box, and we'll start taking your questions. Okay.
Yeah. Guys, is the process of Techathon, how to attempt the test is clear? Kindly, if you can let us know by thumbs up or maybe clapping, or if you can just type a comment for it. It's a very simple process. Go to the link, sign up. You'll get an email with your login credentials and the link of the test. Click on that link, sign in, and your test is ready. You can start. But always do it in one sitting and follow the anti-cheating as well. Do not move your mouse. Make sure your camera is on and everything, right? Okay, and for any kind of communication, you just need to use this particular link, the anchor post link, where you can type all your queries, all your issues related to Techathon, and our team will be following it.
Okay, this is anchor posting. Guys, any question that you have, feel free to let us know. And please like this anchor post that you have it. Okay, if we don't have any open question, I think we are good to wrap up. And okay, there's one question: does HiCounselor help those individuals who have disabilities when attempting technical interviews, the job hunt process? Neil, recently we invited one employer who was helping candidates with special situations. But right now, we are definitely open to help anyone, right, who needs help. But depending upon your situation and if we have those capabilities available with you, because that is also very important, right? That we have the right resources to help you out. Feel free to apply to our program, and we'll certainly look into your application.
Because disability also we need to take into consideration that what kind and what level of disability it is. So it is very important to understand that and then we'll take any call for that.
Okay.
Gurpal, you can just click like once you start the test, your timer will start, right? So like you have the maximum 3 days to complete it, but once you start it, your timer will start and it will be counted as an attempt, right? So make sure when you are ready, when you're free, then only you start the test. Very simple. Okay, so any other question, guys, before we wrap up this one?
Okay, and again, guys, just to reiterate, if you want to apply to the HiCounselor program, you need to simply go to hicounselor.com, apply over there, and we'll let you know about a decision within 24 to 48 hours usually. Okay. Okay, I think we're good to wrap up now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay,
Shilpa.
thanks
Thank you
so
for your time.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Amit. Thank you.